Hello everybody, this is Michelle. I'm back with another video, so if you like this video, please hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and of course hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future videos. So we have come upon not the end of the month and year, but we're getting close to it, and I kind of wanted to do a video. I talked about this earlier this month about the video I wanted to do about the common misconception that a lot of anti-theists have about religion. Now, I'm not going to go into the whole argument about Christianity and that type of stuff, because that is not the point of the video. The point of the video is to kind of help people realize that my religion is very different than, say, the Greek religion or the Kemetic religion, all that type of stuff. Now, I'm not a Reconstructionist. I'm not reconstructing anything because there's just so much we don't know about the ancient Norse that we'll probably never learn or never know about, because they basically did not write this stuff down. Yes, you have runic stones that have pieces of poetry and people's names on it, but that's pretty much it, if you don't count things that were written about them from the outsiders. So one of the great misconceptions about pagan religions is that we actually take these myths literally. We do not take them literally at all. Now there are some heathens that view the gods as metaphors for things. I think the group out in Iceland does that. Then there are some heathens out there that believe the gods are real. And the big issue that a lot of anti-theists have is when they hear from a heathen, yes, I believe that my gods happen to be real, they kind of like, oh, really? Wow, you think your gods are real? Let's debate about that. And I'm not in the mood to debate about the validity of if Odin is real. I do believe that Odin is real. I do believe that Frigg's real, but I do not believe that they are perfect people. They are perfect deities. They do things that human beings either wouldn't be able to do or wouldn't do, period. We do not take our myths literally. They're stories. They were a way of keeping these stories alive until they were written down. They were meant to be spoken in halls during feasts, and I'm pretty sure that there was a lot of them that went out into little villages and applied their trade there. So no, we don't take the myths literally. However, we strive to be better people, and so that when we do die, the fates, the Norns can, in my own personal opinion, can see that we have led a good life, so that when we do pass away, we do end up with our ancestors, and we do end up feasting in the hall of the goddess Hel. So this is the thing people need to understand, is literal interpretation of whatever is a byproduct of Christianity and what they introduced into people's brains. We don't take them literally. I don't take the stories literally. I have the Poetic Edda, and I actually write stanzas on my blog. And this is part of what I do. And it's a lot of fun to do that, and I really enjoy the idea of sharing these Eddas. And in the book, Children of Ash and Elm, and I'm going to tell you something, I'm almost done with that book. The first chapter that I was on Listening Library was over an hour long, and so when I was on my break, I would actually listen to it for the 25 minutes. And it took me like 3 days to get through it. The author says that the Poetic Edda is the most, in layman's terms, is the most amazing piece of poetry and writing that we have from the Viking era or from the early medieval era. And I will say something, I'm going through the Havamal, and it is an amazing piece of literature, and I can understand why it was translated and it was preserved, because it is absolutely beautiful, but you can tell where the first fragments and where there was not. But no, we don't take our myths literally. And I don't laugh at anti-theists. I kind of shake my head at them, because they're trying to put Christian arguments in direction to paganism, especially if you're trying to debate with somebody who practices Norse polytheism or Teutonic Wicca or whatever, and you're trying to use Christian arguments to try to convince a Norse pagan that their beliefs are wrong. We don't desire to debate with people. We don't desire to try to prove them wrong. We just want to be left alone. We don't want anti-theists to try to use the same tactics, because one person said they may have left the church behind, but they haven't left the viewpoint behind, which is impossible. But anyways, so I just kind of wanted to get on here and just kind of explain stuff. Another things. There is one group of people that anti-theists cannot say did not exist, and that is our ancestors. And I give offerings to the gods, but my main focus is my ancestors and giving them offerings, because if I tell anti-theists that I worship my ancestors, people that did in fact live, it kind of shuts down the argument, because, okay, but then they take it back, no it actually doesn't, then it institutes a new argument of, but they don't exist anymore. I'd be like, well, you're not going to know until you die. It might be a weak counter argument, but it's the truth. We don't really know what happens to ourselves when we die, but I do have some great faith that I will see my ancestors at least when I go. But the moment that somebody brings me new evidence, I will change for that. But until then, the gods give me comfort and strength. My ancestors give me strength, and that is what I need, especially during these times. We're hitting Christmas season. We are at Christmas season. You can always tell when I'm trying not to have the year end so fast. But we are at Christmas season, and it's cold and flu season. Nice. Alright, so I will see you guys around. So until next time, may you be happy, healthy, most importantly be safe, and hail to the gods. Bye.